we are here at BQ Watches today to answer a very specific question. What is the perfect watch collection?
I love this question.
Oh,
it's one of my favourite things to think about, what the perfect watch collection is.
Fantastic.
And let's get this out of the way. The one watch collection.
One watch.
The perfect one watch collection.
Yeah.
Right, just buy a Submariner and you'll be happy. Does everything.
Pretty much.
Got a bezel.
Pretty much.
You can time things.
Yeah.
Right, moving on. Yeah. So, go on. If you were to have this perfect collection.
Yeah.
A 3 watch, 5, infinite.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a specific set thing with watch collections. I would have a beta watch. We're talking about luxury watches, I guess, which is obvious, which is fine. Yeah, I would say you want an everyday watch. I would have a week watch, a weekend watch, and a dress, maybe a fancier watch for that. You know, knowing me, I'd probably want 2 week watches. You know, but they're everyday watches. They're you know. I guess they're sports watches for me. It's all different to our lifestyles, isn't it? I mean, I'm quite a sporty fella, and you're not so much sporty, so you probably wouldn't need.
I like the tall watch.
You love a tall watch vibe, yeah. So I would do dive watches in the week. Or field watches in the week, and then I'd probably do chronographs or GMTs in the weekend, or a nice vintage maybe if I could, maybe if I was to ever go to a fancy do ever again, I would probably do definitely a dressy watch for weekends and stuff. But what would you say makes the perfect well-rounded for you? So we're talking about 5 watches. Let's just imagine that we've got a G-Shock in the bag. So if we're doing dirt bike riding or anything, that's our beta watch. We're talking luxury watches. Hit me.
What do I want? So I like the idea of different genres and different types of watches, different faces. So so I'd want a dive watch. Dive watch. Probably a Submariner. Definitely a dress watch. Something maybe vintage. If I have the biggest budget in the world, a classic Calatrava. If not, those vintage IWCs, beautiful.
Snazzy.
And they scratch the same itch. What else? I'd love a GMT for going on holiday. So I can think back about home. What else? I like a really complicated chronograph.
Oh wow!
Just because I think everything else will probably be quite basic, maybe no dates. But then I've got one just so it is the polar opposite of everything else.
See, I'm quite boring in dials. I like my black dials with legible dials. But if I was to only have 5 watches, I'd probably want colour in there. You know, at least a white dial for one of them. You know, but I like the idea of. Sports watches in the week, so they can get through all sorts of life stuff, and then you have your weekend watches, which are your complications, like your chronographs, your triple calendars, or anything you want to do after that. But
but if it's too complicated, stick it on a winder or
I wouldn't do winders. That's the thing. I would not have the calendar complication like that. Probably, but I would. That's as far as I would go in complications. But I'm interested to check the vault out to see what we pick up, my friend. Which will be better, my collection or your collection? Right, Josh, we've got our selections, my friend. I spent a bit of time on mine, to be fair. It looks like you've spent a bit of time on yours. We definitely I can see that you've gone a lot of vintage route. A little bit of vintage maybe, if you think 7 years is vintage for me. But
I've got a bit of colour.
Yeah, you got a bit of colour.
Monochrome.
I tried to get a little bit of colour, a little bit of difference to my. I tried to get some icons because you can get icons for £5,000 around that or under. We don't know right now whether we've hit each watch under the 5,000 mark. So we've gone with our knowledge, our gut feeling, which is why Josh has probably got a £15,000 watch in his tray. But what I think we should do first of all is tell us your everyday watch. So what watches? I think I probably got two that are my everyday week watches. What about you?
I think these three tool watches.
Tool watches.
Yeah. So should we go start with?
We got
Explorer.
Classic.
Yeah.
You've got a classic Rolex Explorer.
36 mils. Yep.
36 mils. Is that the new one?
No, this is the older one.
This is the older one.
Yeah, with the non-luminous.
Yes. Yes. See, I prefer the bracelet on that one than the new one. It tapers too much for me.
I get that.
Makes it quite small. Do we know what year that is?
It is a...
It isn't under £5,000. No, my friend. No. He's already lost.
There was one.
He's already lost this game.
98.
98?
Yeah. I promise you we had one under.
You do?
Yeah. So this won't be much over.
But I think that is a brilliant everyday watch. I'm going to counter that with a certain Air King that I found in the drawer.
That's a good set.
That's a quality set, isn't it? So basically, there are so many Rolexes that everyone has. You know, so many people got an Explorer, but how many people have got an Air King in this formation? 2017 release. We've got the 3, 6, and 9 like an Explorer. So 34 mil.
Yeah.
More than
the new clasp.
36. Yeah. It has the new clasp in it. Lovely watch. I'm hoping this is around £5,000. I think this is a great watch, and I've gone for a polar dial. I've gone for a white dial as my all-round watch. But
beautiful.
It's funny how we've gone quite similar on the start. That's cool. Second watch, I'll go first on this one.
Please.
Dive watch. Probably dive watches are my favourite type to watch because usually they're sporty, versatile, a lot of them, unless you get a U-boat watch. And they take a beating and they're versatile with what you wear. I've gone with a watch that I already own. It's my favourite dive watch.
Beautiful. That blue is lovely.
It has a lot of things going for it. This Tudor Black Bay 58. It's the blue version. Tudor were with the Marine Nationale in the late 60s. Together they made a snowflake Tudor Submariner, and it was that time when Tudor pretty much separated from Rolex in terms of the dials. You could still buy the normal Tudor Submariner, but you could get this snowflake as well. Anyway, their snowflake dials started off as blue, and I love this blue. This blue just represents Tudor for me. This watch is beautiful for me. And despite it being blue, the versatility of this blue is phenomenal.
It's actually one of the best buys of watches you can get nowadays.
I'd be up there, mate. What's yours? What's your take? What's yours pick? He's gone Tudor!
So vintage, yep. So when they were moving away, so Rolex at the same time had got the full, not folded.
You got the folded links
and things like that.
Yeah.
So Rolex had moved on, but left Tudor behind a little bit.
How old are we talking here?
That is 89.
89. Blimey, they did leave them for some time, didn't they?
Yeah, still got that thick acrylic.
Yeah.
It's got everything you want.
Do we still have Rolex crowns?
Yeah.
It's all Rolex stuff. Rolex case back, Rolex. We have a Tudor clasp. Still an oyster Rolex.
With the chamfered edges and
Very cool. I love it. No way that's in the £5,000 region.
A bit over.
Bit over?
Bit.
Yeah.
I'll get staff discount.
Yeah. I mean, I love ETA movements because they last forever. It's just vintage watches for me. As an everyday watch, it scares me to wear it every day. A vintage, but if you get, you get
but
warranty.
It's here because it has survived.
Exactly, it's there to survive the eye of the tiger. But it's a great pick.
Even
my
the
friend.
fonts, they're very of the era.
Absolutely, cool, very nice. Next option. Yeah, so I've gone sporty but upmarket now. Sporty but upmarket. And I went for I've got into Cartier lately. Their bracelets are amazing.
Yep.
I've got a Santos at the minute that I'm going to review, and the bracelet changes. Have you ever?
That quick release.
Yeah, quick release on the links. These bracelets are phenomenal. This is the Galby Santos. It's perfect size for me. I'm not sure what size it is. A 37, do you reckon, or 36?
Oh, it's square. It wears weird.
Yeah, it does wear weird. But I put it towards the quite similar to the Air King, isn't it? So it's probably a 36, something like that, with the case. But yeah, classic Cartier. That's the most sportiest Cartier you can get.
Do you consider it a pilot's watch?
I do not consider it a pilot's. Not really. I mean, yes.
Historically.
Yes. Historically, but for what it is now with this bracelet, you know, but it's a phenomenal watch. I'm hoping it's around the £5,000 mark. Well, I'm not sure. I do love that blue cabochon on the crown. That is a cool watch. Let's put it on. Very hidden lugs. Isn't it? There we go. So hidden I can't put it on. Oh, look at this. This is almost. I mean, yeah, that's
very nice.
That's awesome, isn't it?
But it is, dressy as hell.
It's, I mean, the bracelet makes it sportier, more industrial dress.
Yeah.
And yeah, the fact the bezel looks industrial, you know, I could rock this, mate. I could rock this. I definitely could rock it.
Okay, that's a good choice. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of Cartier.
Hey?
I wouldn't have thought of Cartier for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're nice. All right. What if
Tudor Prince chronograph.
Yep.
Very snazzy.
Not a Tiger Woods.
Not a Tiger Woods.
But yeah, very nice. Thick. That's what you get for adding the date.
Yes.
I think that's cool. And it's got the...
What is that, do you reckon? Is it a Valjoux or is it an ETA with a module on top or something?
Yeah, let me remember. I can't grab
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's all good.
Yeah.
You've got the tri-compacts. You know? That's pretty cool. I love the drilled lugs. Proper tool watch.
Yeah.
You know, Tudor made chunky watches.
How's it wear?
For a while.
Thick.
What year is that? It is As If by Magic.
I'm going to break my neck by looking around.
As If by Magic.
Why how the only one that doesn't have any paperwork? Here we go.
Don't worry, mate. Quick edit here, mate, Dan.
Yeah.
Quick edit, buddy.
92.
92. Now, off the top, it's quick edit. Snap. Yeah. Off the top of your head.
Yeah.
What year is this?
Oh, looking at it, it looks a bit like 92.
92.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even though it's thick, it wears nicely. Cool. It wears really nice. That's a cool watch.
It is a very cool watch. I like this steel bezel. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, that's a good one. Is that your weekend watch, do you reckon?
I think I'd wear all of them all the time randomly.
Would you?
Yeah. Oh, well, actually, no. Coming up, I've got some dressier watches. Yeah. Okay. These are my week watches.
Cool. Yeah. So I went with a bit of history on dive watches, and I went with. I recently did a luminal review with BQ. Radiomir obviously is the first. It's the first one that they came out with. Panerai. And I am no longer scared of Panerai watches.
Good.
I really do like this. Is the old Black Seal version. I think this is one of the first in the runs of them, as in price range. The Radiomir Black Seal. But this is the iconic case that it's synonymous for, really. When it got to sliced alone, it was a bit more industrial, tooly with those crown guards. But we got those wired lugs. I quite like the wide. I don't really usually like wired lugs, but it seems to work on this old Oyster case. I love the small seconds. I really do love that. I love the Black Seal. It sounds.
It was a like a sandwich dial, you know, when the loom is under.
Yes, yeah, because that would be ultimate Panerai. But I quite like the juxtaposition of it being quite modernish in terms of the size, and then you've got this very traditional crown, onion style crown.
Do you mind the polished case? Prefer
I like a polished case because back in the day, that's how they came.
Yeah.
You know? I'm not sure I keep the strap.
We're not sure of the Panerai strap.
Yeah, I'm not sure Panerai strap, but I definitely have
a aged brown leather.
Yeah, something that looks aged with it, but definitely a cool watch. Yeah, and beautiful. I'm guessing that is inside the £5,000 mark.
Let's hope.
Which is the game that we're playing. Doesn't look like it on this one, though.
No, these are. Yeah. I'm finally coming well under budget.
There we go. Well under budget now.
Bargains. This will be a couple of grand.
And this is a
Top Time.
Top Time by the Breitling.
Yeah, classic.
Wow. Yeah. And why was it called Top Time, mate?
Because it was top.
It was just the top of its game.
Yeah.
At the top of its game. Top of the time.
45-minute counter. Yeah, really nice. Nice dome on it.
Very cool.
Yeah, gold plated.
And what's the action like on the old chronograph? Yeah, go. Oh, put it up to the ASM. Put it up to you. Oh, wind it. How old is it?
It's old. It'll be 60s or something.
60s.
Oh, there you go. Oh, it's running.
Ooh. I don't hear any.
No.
What's it? Let me have a feel.
It went pretty nicely. Let's put it back really.
Good. Yeah.
It's lovely.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. So yeah, how much do you reckon these are there? Vintage. Yeah, I think
they're about £2.5 grand.
£2.5 grand.
Yeah, perfect. Nice dress watch. Interesting.
Very nice dress watch. I do love the reverse panda style.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And it's got that Bond connection because he used one as a Geiger counter, I think, for special housing.
Sean Connery. Was that right? I didn't know that. I knew he had it, but I didn't realise it came from
a Top Time.
Top Time. That's cool.
Yeah, and you know, there's a good story when someone found it randomly.
Really?
In like a market or something. Yeah, and they didn't realise it was the James Bond Top Time. Yeah.
That's cool.
It's nice watch.
For my last one of the 5, I went with the watch that I've just recently reviewed. And, God, I want it, mate. I want it. It's the Omega Speedmaster Coaxial, the 2021 reference. This is a 2022 model. Look at that bracelet.
Nice.
Look at it. The thing I love about this bracelet is that they copied it from the Buzz Aldrin 67 or 69 watch.
Go on, get it. I know it's just there.
He's got it. Yeah, I've got it right here. And it is very similar. Very similar. Now, the thing is with the sapphire sandwich, because you can get a sapphire sandwich at the same time, it's polished in those middles. And I'm so chuffed that it's not on this. And I'm so happy that even though it's an amazing movement, it's got that case back, that non-display case back. Yeah, I mean, look how original and true it is to that original Buzz Aldrin. That's very special. The only thing that it's lacking is the water resistance that I am confident with.
Yeah.
You know, apparently in the comment section in my videos, there's a lot of people saying, "Oh, but Omega's water resistance is different to anyone else's." You know, it's you can swim with it and stuff. It's just there's a little confusion with water resistance, I think, with Omega and everyone else. We just know, as watch enthusiasts, we just know if something is 100 meters, confident to do anything with it.
We need to wait to get one in that needs a service that is waterproof.
Yes.
We test it and see what it does in water.
Yes, exactly. Or atmospheric pressure. Yeah. Cool. But I've picked this watch because I wanted a complication. It's the only complication I have in this collection. And it's a watch that I would wear on a weekend and just stare at for a lot, you know? I absolutely love it, mate.
Beautiful.
What a 5-watch collection. Your final one, my friend. What is it? What we got?
A watch classic.
Oh, my God. Pole Rotor. No.
No,
What was it?
Memovax
Oh yes, of course.
with the alarm. I love it.
Yes, of course, the alarm.
It's really cool.
How'd you set the alarm?
With the other crown. So you go.
Oh, that's cool.
Let's put it near the
inner dial. That is wicked.
Let's trigger it.
Ooh, you have to do that up to the microphone. Here we go.
Okay.
Replay.
Yep. Let's give it all a wind.
So this is, again, this looks like a... Is this a 50s? 50s watch? Or 60s?
I think 60.
60s. Have a listen to this. That is not annoying, is it?
Yeah.
That
really
is
cool. You know how they do it? There's a little hammer inside.
Yes.
It strikes a... It's actually, I think it's mounted on the case back. A sort of...
Oh, so the...
Yeah, but it's like a stick, a big hard bit of metal, which it just smacks against and vibrates.
That's cool.
Yeah, I love the idea of
how much are these sort of watches going for?
That's cheap. I think it's under £5. I know that for sure. Yeah.
That's what you think. Well, that's cool.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Very cool. So yeah, I mean, what a collection there. You've got some icons there. You've got traditional. You've got some vintage stuff there. I always prefer newer watches that are inspired by vintage watches because I just
want the reliability.
Yeah, it just gives me more comfort to trust to do whatever I want with them. But we would love to know which collection. First of all, which collection succeeded in the £5 and under category, and the next section is which collection do you think is better, or do you prefer? Not better, because we're all different.
Yeah, let us know. Mix and match.
It's better for you, and this one's better for me.
Yeah,
doesn't mean it's better overall. But we'd love to know your thoughts.